Hello, it's me again.
Hello, it's me again. I'm back. I'm gonna open a box. So let's do that, and I want to start painting this baby like right away. Okay, so this baby is a first edition, and they've already started the pre-order for the second edition. So I would like to get mine done before the second edition comes out. I need to, I got lazy again. Well, I'm actually having a lot of problems with my shoulders and my back. So, this is a teeny tiny. Ooh. She came with a bag. Oh, and more candy. Look at that. Look at that. So this is my tea. And she's by Priscilla Lopez. She has a nice, so she is the first edition. Show you guys her COA. Looks good. I gotta stop with the candy after Christmas. Oh my gosh, so pretty. What a pretty COA she's got. There's some scratches on it, but oh well. Look at how pretty that is. It's in Espanol. So this is the super limited 300 first edition. It's got her signature on it. So I got 204 out of 300. So I'm gonna root her. Cut off the dreaded orange tape. Here's her little teeny tiny face. So cute. Where am I gonna get you clothes? I'm gonna have to get you preemie clothes. Whoop. They're hard to find. Little knees. Little feet. Toes. There's your little hands. Little spindly arms. She's gonna be fun to paint. Hopefully we'll get her painted on camera. I'm gonna have to work on, I already got her eyelashes in, but I'm gonna put some purple when I do the purple varnish, because I don't like the way her limbs look. They look kind of muddy. Too much yellow. I need to lay off the yellow. So when we come back, hopefully we can paint this one, this little one. And I'm going to get all these, I'm going to get timber, or not timber. I got timber too. I'm going to put timber together today. Got timber on the brain. I got to varnish Vito and get him out of here and get the rest of her or his limbs done. And then I can get my tea put together. So I'll be back. Hello, it's me again. I'm having a heck of a time making a video for you guys today. I keep messing it up. Yeah, I've had lots of technical problems. So I lost my box opening for the baby that I have pink gloves on. For the baby I am painting. So this is Mati. So Mati. My daughter can say it better. So far she's had a blue, a yellow, and I'm doing her mottling right now. So she's a little micro preemie, and this is the first edition. And since they're already gonna come out with the second edition, I wanted to get her painted and rooted and up for sale. been looking for clothes for her. Here, let me bring you guys over here so I can show you what I'm doing. Making a mess, what I'm doing. Okay, so I have Erin over here, and I'm painting her with these limbs. I'm getting a separate set of limbs for Luli, the other baby. They're going to be exactly like this. I have to wait till they come before I can paint her. So I'm painting them together. I have Vito done. I am going to strip my Imani because I am not happy with her. I don't like how muddy her skin tone looks. So it's just not doing it for me. So I've mixed up some thick alizarin crimson hue. I'm just doing some mottling on these babies. This is a sponge. It's called a it's to wash horses with. So it's under the brand name Equine sponge. I don't even know if they sell these anymore, but I think people sell them on eBay for mottling sponges. So I'm using one of my smaller cut ones because she's so tiny. She has tiny little spindly legs. I really like her face because she really looks like a real micro preemie, because they usually do the little pucker with their lips. So she looks really authentic. She also has like more open nostrils, so I'm either going to put like a little feeding tube in there for pictures, or I'm going to make her my husband has tubes at as work because he works in a laboratory. He's a biologist. So we're going to either make her a little nasal cannula, because I looked online to buy them and there's really not places here in Europe that I can buy them. Yeah, I'll have to buy like smaller amounts of things. I mean, it'd just be easier if we can like kind of make it ourselves. Also, then I'll know that it'll fit right. So I'm not like buying things that are gonna be just lay around. I got enough stuff around here. So I just kind of tap out the dark spots with this brush. So I already tell you they've had a blue, blue, yellow, blue, anthraquinone blue. I use this blue. This is my favorite, even though it's really dark. The ultramarine blue I tend to have some issues with. It stinks for some reason when you let it sit. So the ones that I have made over here. And also, it also will like kind of wash off with the next layer of paint, which is really weird. I don't know, it's something about the tint in that color. So this is why I like the other color. And also I like the way it looks. I think it looks more... It looks more better. Yeah, that's the way it looks. More better. Okay. So, got the mottling done. This isn't going to show up that much after we do the other layers of paint. Probably going to do a purple on her next because yellow is really strong in her skin tone. I'm not going to do any on the tops of her feet. I did some on the backs of her hands, but I don't want to do any on the tops of her feet. I do most of it on the legs anyway. She's got quite a bit on her arms too, but like I said, most of it's going to be covered up. You'll be able to see it like underneath. And I like to make it thick enough so it'll blot properly, because otherwise it doesn't look as good. It looks kind of blotchy. And you want those little holes. I blotted too much off. Also, you don't want to pounce it in too hard, or it will just flatten out the little round things, and then it'll just smear. It's hard to model with acrylic paints. It's easier with with heat set. Sorry. Watery now. I don't like that either. That's better. I'm just gonna kind of do this really quick because I got the right consistency now, and I don't want to have to here. I'll just go over and blot the really dark spots. Okay. That looks good. Right there. And there. So we made Christmas cookies yesterday. I'm going to be putting this video up tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve. So, my Christmas Eve video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the mottling on Erin, and then I'll be back and we'll do some, we'll do some powders. Okay, so here's Erin. Focus, focus. It's kind of dark outside, so the light kind of makes her washed out, but I'm gonna work on her some more tomorrow. There's her little hands. So she's got all her powders and everything. So we got the first 3 layers and then the powders. And here's my tea. So we'll work on them some more tomorrow. And before I put this video up, oh, come here, arm. I'll show you her little hand. Little skinny arm. I think they both need a layer of purple, I think. She definitely does. She's got too much yellow. Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow, Christmas Eve. Hello and Merry Christmas Eve. So I'm gonna try to get this video up today. So again, I'll show you guys. This is Erin so far. She's got blue, yellow, red mottling and powders. And here's little Métis. So she has the same. She has blue, and then she has her mottling, and like I said, the mottling is not going to show up because it's going to be underneath some more layers of paint. Oh, sorry, we got dark. Come on. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put you guys up in, I'm going to put a purple on them to get rid of some of the yellow. So, be right back. Okay, so I was thinking, since I keep leaving you guys out of the painting so much, I am going to do another tutorial soon, but just not right now. I'm not prepared to do that right now. So I thought I would show you how to find the hairline on your doll. So I use chalk, just like regular, like, you know, blackboard chalk. It's not like art chalks or anything. It's just regular chalk. So what I do is I go from, you take your fingers like this and go from the chin to the nose, like the top of the nose, bottom of the chin, top of the nose. And then you move your fingers up to the nose, and then you can find your hairline. So you can kind of judge too, you know, if you want it like a little bit further back, but you make kind of a mark there. So chalk is the best thing to use because you can just wipe it off. So then you can just gauge how it looks. And you can look in the mirror at your own hairline. You can look at your kid's hairline. That's a good way to do it. And then you got to know, you know, where it comes over on the side and stuff. So it's better to mark that all out with chalk. I've tried those fabric pins and stuff, and I've actually had fabric pins stuck to my doll forever. So I don't trust those, but that's the best way to find the hairline. With boys, sometimes you can put the hairline further back if you're going to bring the hair down straight. But usually, like, if you want a part or whatever, you want to, you know, you want to mark that out before you root or paint your hair. So you know how far to go, because you don't want to go too far down. You don't want to go too far back. So, like I said, just look at other people's hairlines, because everybody's hairline's kind of different. What I usually do is I go around. I like that. That's usually the way I root, as I make like a little. Sometimes it's harder on this side because you're rooting from a different direction. So sometimes this side always ends up different for me. And, you know, that's off center. But than the other side. So, like, I'm having that problem with my Mitchell right now. So I don't really like make a map. I used to, but I think my dolls come out better since I stopped doing that. But I do kind of map my lines where I'm supposed to go. And sometimes I'll even like draw, you know, little lines up on the top of the head and stuff. So yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. When you're first starting out, it's probably a good idea to map where your hair is going to go. Yeah, the chalk comes off pretty easy, so you just grab your chalk and redraw the lines. Like I'm using my chalk line on Mitchell because he's going to have a middle part, so I just want to make sure that we keep the straight line. So I use like a ruler or a measuring tape to keep that line really straight. Because in the past I've also had the hairline go like curve over a little bit, so it's not easy to, when you first start rooting to get, or painting hair to get, you know, your lines right. So it helps sometimes if you're not really good at that kind of thing, because some people just are good at like seeing straight lines, and I need a little guide. So there's that. Let me find some purple over here. Do we have any purple? I might have to mix some up. That's that red purple that I was using. Okay, I think we're gonna mix up some purple. I think I'm just gonna do I don't want to do a full purple. I want to do a violet. Oy. Oop, don't want that in there. And be careful, little dry pieces fall in your paint. With acrylic, that happens a lot. And there's another one. It also, well, you guys didn't see because I lost that footage, but when I first like started to use my blue, there were little chunks in the bottom because I shouldn't have used that paint anyway because it's been sitting too long. Okay. I mix my paint pretty thick, which is why I don't really have to put on layers after layers after layers. Also, the quality, if you make acrylic paint too thin, it will kind of fade because you kind of pull the paint molecules apart So you have to be careful with adding water, or in my case, water with a tiny bit of wetting agent. So I use distilled water with a little bit of wetting agent. I'm just going to mix this up. And I just know, so I don't use like a drop system or anything, but I don't want, like I said, to mix too much water into your paint. But since I use the wetting agent and the satin glazing liquid, my paint doesn't dry as fast. I have more working time because there's a little bit of retarder in the satin glazing liquid, and the wetting agent helps it to spread around. Okay, so I need some brushes. My brushes are dry. Always wash your brushes after you're done. That's another kind of thing that I always feel weird when I'm using heat set paints, thinking that I don't have to clean this. I clean them anyway because I didn't clean the ones that I used the other day. They're still yuck. So I'm going to clean those off before I use it because hair sticks to it and stuff. It's all oily and yuck. I don't know. I just feel weird not cleaning my brushes because since I've been using acrylics for so long, I feel really weird not washing my brushes. I don't think I need that many brushes, but we got them out anyway. Probably don't need all those. I'm gonna use that one. I use only makeup brushes. My makeup brushes are getting kind of ratty. I'm gonna have to get some more soon. I usually just kind of add to them, but it's just what I've always done, so, and it works good for me. So we're gonna put some violet on little Miss Erin. She's so cute. So I hope in this version that I remember to tell you that I ordered some more limbs. I'm pretty sure I did. For Luli over there. Because I got the same exact limbs. They're not Audrey Stote limbs. They're, I can't remember the, bad dog. I can't remember the name of the sculptor that makes those limbs, but I'll get it for you guys. I'll maybe put it on the screen. I think Liza Marks, that's it. Haha. Look at that. I remembered things. So those are Eliza Mark limbs, but I'm going to use Audrey Stote. I'm going to use her bodies because I really love them. And I don't think they do have a body like with the 3/4, 1/4, sorry, limbs. And on the Bee Baby site, and I think it might, I don't know where it comes from, but I just don't like it. It's because Audrey Stote's has like bends in the joints, you know, in the elbows and the knees, and it makes it easier. I did make my own bends in my McPherson's Cuddle Baby bodies by I put like weights like in the hand and up in the upper arm, and then I put like polyfill in the joint so it'll bend in the elbows and the knees. I think on one of them I did with the arms, I didn't put the weight up on the top. I can't remember, but I did put the weight down in the hand because I think it feels nicer and the weight is better distributed. Okay. There we go. She looks cute. You'll see better when it dries. But I think babies tend to be a little more pinky, but it's good to measure like the skin tone with the inside of your arm or your hand. We'll look at it again once it dries because you can't really tell when it's wet. I'm going to go all the way over everything. I am like sealing in my powders now. That's one different thing I'm doing. I think it works nicer. I don't have to reapply my powders because doing powders, you know, art powders in the creases and everything is a really long, tedious task. I like it. It's fun for me, but it can be really long and hard on me sometimes because I can only work for so long without having to go lay down for a while because of the pain in my shoulders and back and stuff, because my shoulders aren't very well attached to my body anymore because my tendons are so stretched out that my shoulders fall out of place, like especially when I'm sleeping. I get relaxed, they really fall out. So I have to I keep my arms close to my body because it helps to hold up my shoulders. Okay. My husband says he has no idea. I don't know what he's talking about. Him and Maddie are out there watching stuff. I'm gonna start my my cinnamon rolls, and I gotta make pumpkin bread today. Okay, I was sitting here talking to you guys, and I realized I didn't have the record button on. So everything I just told you, you didn't. I'm just having the worst problems making this video. I don't even remember what I was saying. It doesn't matter. I was just telling you guys that, you know, how I keep my paint mixes kind of thicker. But that doesn't mean that there's not depth in my skin, and how you make depth is how you paint. You got to be smart about, you know, what you put underneath, like the mottling and the veining and everything. You need to do that kind of early, and you can even do some of it at the end to make it, you know, more prominent if it's not sticking out, if you do it lightly, especially with the veining. The mottling, not so much. You don't want that really, you know, you want that to look like it's buried. That's why it's easier for me with the powders to do the veins, because I think they look more natural. With paint, you can see it's, especially with not with heat set, but with air dry paints, with acrylic paints, you can see the paint. It just looks kind of stark. It's like a stark line, and you don't want your veins to look like that. You want them to look like natural, like, you know, underneath the skin. My skin's thin because I'm old, so shouldn't look that vibrant. Babies have kind of thin skin too, though. But I just think the powders look, because you can see the veins underneath the skin. Sometimes I use like a lighter blue to go over them. To me, it looks more natural. I mean, you know, maybe to someone else it looks okay, but I don't know. I just like, I like to use the powders for the veins. If I was using the heat set paints, I would just use paint, because the powders don't work as well with the heat set paint as they do with the acrylics, because they tend to not stick as well because of the oil base in the heat set. Boo, boo. I'm getting in all the little creases. Don't want pools of paint in my creases. That's how you get dirty creases. And ever since I've been putting, like I said, the sealer on, I don't have dirty creases. Because every once in a while I used to have dirty creases, but my eyesight went really bad and I needed new glasses, and so I wasn't able to really see as well when I was painting. So some of my dolls, like in that time period, came out with kind of dirty creases because I couldn't see very well. Okay, there we go. That's cute. I love this little fist. I like these limbs. They're really nicely detailed. Looks a little bit wet in there, so I'm pouncing it again. There we go. I like the way the palm of the hand looks now. I don't think I'm going to put any more paint on that. There she is so far. I need to do some more details on her. And I keep getting paint on her because I need to push her back a little bit. Keep getting little dots of paint on her. Slinging paint. Paint slinger. Okay. Let's see. What do we need now? Now I think we need to add some more yellow back in. Let's see how... Because she has a pinky vinyl. So this one you can see she's got plenty of yellow right now. We'll see how she looks with the violet. This is kind of early on. I was saying that, like, some people, you know, they say, oh, I did, like, you know, 100 layers of paint. Okay, I'm, like, exaggerating slightly, but it doesn't mean it's better just because somebody did more layers of paint. But, like, with heat set paints, you actually have to put a lot of layers because you have to wash it out so thin. Actually, I don't know if you have to wash it out so thin. I guess it makes it chalky if you don't. I don't know. I don't know enough about heat set. I tried and my baby just kept looking more and more muddy to me and chalky. So I don't know. I wasn't mixing enough thinner into my paints or what, but something I will try again. I think I would like to try to make it thicker and try only using the Exodus oil instead of using thinner. So I'm going to try that. That might help me more because as an acrylic air dry painter, I'm used to my mixes being thicker. So I'm used to building up color faster. This constant, you know, covering, pouncing, baking, covering, pouncing, baking. It's a little too much for me. Here we go. Yeah, she's looking good. That's really all depends on what vinyl you start with. Some babies, you know, we say they paint themselves. It's because of the what is that? It's a fuzzy. Because of the color of the vinyl you start with, and sorry. I choked on my toast this morning, so I think I had like a dry piece of toast stuck in the back of your throat. It's not pleasant. All right, so I'm going to finish up her arms and legs, and I'll come back and show you guys how she looks. I want to show you guys, like, I know I probably showed you this before, but sometimes it's easier to hold these little limbs if you stick a paintbrush inside of them. It's easier to hold them. So just doing her last little leggy. I think I want to paint Mayum after this too. I think it's Mayum. I don't know how to say his name. He's so cute though. I need to get poor Delilah over there rooted too. And maybe someday I'll finish. I would have had Mitchell done. I've been not rooting. I was just listening to The Little Drummer Boy. That's like my favorite, since I was a little kid, was one of my favorite Christmas songs, Christmas carols. What's your favorite Christmas song? Put it in the comments. I'm going to take my little brush and pouncy pouncy to get in all the crevices and all the little drips and stuff. I love this brush. I need more like it. See if I can find some more like that. It's my favorite little pouncy brush. I'll be sad if something happens to it. There we go. I like the way her skin tone looks because the yellow's still coming through good. And I think I might do another red on her. And then I'm going to mix some into mix some red into the varnish too. There we go. There she is. She's almost dry. She's still got some wet paint here and there. Get behind these ears. There was a little drip right there that I missed. See, got to be careful you don't miss anything. I'm probably trying to rush a little bit because I got a lot to do today. There. I need to figure out how to get the eyes in here too. I managed to get the backs cut open, which was not easy and very scary. I was scared I was gonna, if I cut into her head, it would be the first time I've ever done that, and it would also break my heart because she's a first edition, so I would be very sad if I did that. I'm gonna go around and make sure that I got all these little spots because she's so tiny. It's easy to miss little places. That looks good. I'm happy with her hands too. They look good so far. Need a little more, tiny bit more creasing on there. Okay. So I'll work on Mitchell. Get him done. He's almost done. I only need a couple more. He's got about that much to root on top of his head. I just take my time when I'm doing the swirl. Because even with the bigger babies, they don't really have a swirl, but they have like a little round spot in the back. So when I root toddlers, if I part their hair in the middle, I bring them up from the sides and so everything just goes together in the middle, and I kind of make the little round spot in the head where you would have your swirl if you were a little baby. Okay. I'm just gonna, this one looks good. Yeah, I got this one good. Okay. I'm just gonna grab this leg again. Hard to hold on to. Make sure I get in between these little toes and stuff. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. My husband's making salmon for lunch. We're gonna have salmon and rice, and I'm gonna have my flan cake that I bought. That's like my favorite cake. I didn't even know that exists till I moved to France. So again, here's a little Erica. Or Erin, sorry, Erin. Why do I keep calling her Erica? I don't know. Erin. I'm gonna probably do a yellow, not a yellow ochre, but what the heck's it called? Raw sienna. I'll do a raw sienna on her because that's kind of a deeper yellow. Because she's very pinky. So, and I gotta I need to do details on her some more, and then we'll see where we go from there, because she's looking pretty good. She's very pink, so I need to yellow her up a little bit. And this one is pretty yellow. So, and little preemies are very red, so I'm going to put another red layer on her, and then we'll see where we go from there. So for now, I think I'm just going to end this video because I have too much to do today, and I want to get the video up for you guys. And I'm going to be really busy tomorrow because tomorrow's Christmas. So I got to make dinner. So I got to make dinner. Cook my cinnamon rolls in the morning. The kids open their presents, and then we got to cook dinner. We got a big. I usually don't eat like meat. I'm just not for any reason other than that. I just don't really like it. But we have like a big fat. It's a rooster actually. It's a castrated rooster. They get real big, and like it's like a big it's like a regular sized chicken in the US. But our chickens don't get all the, you know, all the hormones and stuff, so they don't get as big as so our chickens are like this big. They're like, looks like a game hen. So I got big fat rooster. So we're gonna cook him. Sorry for any vegans out there, vegetarians. I'm partially vegetarian, but I can't claim it. I'm a flexitarian, let's say. I was vegan, but I tend to get sick. I tend to get anemic when I don't eat any meat, or I have to eat eggs. I eat a lot of eggs and cheese. I also don't worry about the cheese because some cheese have rennet in it, which is like from stomach of a cow. So, but I don't like beef. I don't like pork. I can be talked into bacon sometimes, but that's it. So, let's see, who should I get to end the video? But my sweet little Heloisa, who's still here. My little Heloisa. Her so cute. Bonk. Look, I love my little preemies. They're so cute. Her hair is really nice. I actually lowered her price because she's tiny, I know. And she has painted hair. But her hair is nice. She's so cute. She also looks like a very, says, same sculptor that did little my tea over there. My tea. So you can see her little lashes, her little blue hands, her little blue feet. She is so cute. She's nice to hold to. Oh, you're so teeny tiny. Oh, you're so teeny tiny. So, hey, if you guys like what I'm doing, create an authentic doll kit like Heloisa by Priscilla Lopez. And get paint and everything you need to make a reborn. Or find an artist who paints only authentic reborns and collect, because it's fun. Okay, Merry Christmas. Okay, Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.